Hello, hello, hello. Everybody is doing well this evening. Sounds like we got our track going fine. Turn that down a little bit. So, yeah. We are here finally. There we go. Oh, hey, look. Hello. So, let's go out here. Let's do this. Hello, 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 hello. Hope everybody's well. We are here on episode 50. Pretty crazy, right? Can't believe we've already put 50 episodes in this world. That's pretty intense. So we're going to do a little bit of a tour, I believe. We'll go check out Spawn to begin with, and we'll end back over here, and we'll see everything in between. So that should be a good episode. We really need to start coming up with some names for everything, because, I want to finish. Whoa, okay, that's inverted. We'll finish here, so I'm not going to go over town too much. We'll get back to it. There. Alright, so let's head to the spawn. We'll go to spawn to begin with. Whoa, ow. So the seed was chosen for the mountain that we're in right here, which is pretty impressive, but we'll get back here. And now we'll head over to spawn, so we'll show where we started in the world, show you the route we took when we ended up dying. So this is our hub, but whoa, that was close. I almost clipped that roof. So this is pretty close to spawn. It's sort of funny. I thought we had spawned in right here, so I ended up building this little house. But the funny thing is, spawn is actually over here on this hillside right here somewhere, like right here. See, I think I've put, yeah, it's right here. So one of these days we'll actually have to come back and redo this. We'll have to build something right here, another little village. But yeah, so I spawned in here and I tried giving it a go, and there was just terrible. There was nothing, none of the animals wanted to spawn properly. I wasn't able to grow much. Like, I was just struggling here. If you go back to episode 1, you can see I'm here and I work for 3 hours and barely get enough to survive. Wasn't great. So we ended up ending that stream, and later that night I ended up dying off in the hills, and we ended up moving, and so our starter base actually ends up being south, about 1,000 blocks that way. And it was funny. I had died out over there, and I ran back over there trying to collect my stuff, and I didn't find it, and it despawned. So I ended up moving way out into the country because I was just sad with losing everything. So I actually built all this, about a month ago, long after we had dug in here. This was just a little cave about this wide when I started. You can go back and look and see the difference. It's quite drastic. But yeah, so now we have set it up where we have some extra armor. We have some few things if you need to restart, die, and you find yourself here at spawn. But then we also have our ender chest, which has everything you would need. There's backup everything here. So that's the main thing, is the ender chest nowadays. If we ever have any guests on the server, this will be stuff for them. But yeah, I like this little room. I like how the roof turned out. I like the basalt, the paintings. It's simple space, but it's a nice little spawn area. Little desk over here if you needed, and then yeah, the stuff and paintings. We need to put up more paintings around the rest of our server. And then we have a little farm. These chickens were not here for most of the time. The cows, I had a nice herd. I accidentally overcalled it and ended up with only one, which is a little bit sad. Definitely. There we go. Make sure chat's live instead of restricted like YouTube likes to do for some reason. But yeah, so over here is our first little farm area. This might actually end up turning in... I want to make a big, huge wheat farm area. This could be it. We'll see. But yeah, this is the first little farm. Our first bread came off of this shore here. And yeah, but we came back in later and put in the paths. We've bone milled everything you can see around, so it looks more lush. And so we also put in this path, which I actually like quite a bit as well. And recently we moved in. I was trying to have my copper in a spawned, like, you know, spawn is always active, but I think it's a little too far away. But I was trying to have a copper farm, and it's sort of working. It's a bunch of copper. We can start collecting it, use it. Can you cut it up now? I don't know. But yeah, so that's the copper farm. Or, well, aging copper area. Yeah, not so much a farm. Cut down a lot of trees for that, actually. And then now, this is our nether hub access, which we just passed through, but so I have it dug out where this is back to our mountain area, which, like, the mountain was the reason we chose the seed. I knew it existed. But yeah, here's our some nether access, which is pretty cool. Whoa. Hey, look, there's a gate out there. What gate is that? Huh. I don't know what gate that is. Should we go see? Where does this gate lead? Interesting. Uh-oh. Oh, interesting. That's the corner. So this is the far northwest corner of our empire. Interesting. That's not even that far, is it? Okay. Which way did we come from? I think we came from the other way, didn't we? No? Were we further out? There we go. Interesting. I didn't know that yet, actually. So that's pretty cool. That's the northwestern corner of our base, or our realm, is that gate right there. No, we're not going down. Want to go back up. Whoa. I don't appreciate you, Mr. Gas. They cause so much trouble. June Iwin, hello. Sorry if I'm slaughtering that name. June. If you don't mind, I'm gonna use that. Okay, so this is our nether hub. That goes out for another 800 blocks. We have a T system, so we have all these tunnels that connect to here. See, there's one there, and one there. And they each go out 1,000 blocks. One of these days I want to connect them out in the periphery, and that will be like our realm area, the spot we rule, which will be pretty fun. But like I was saying, when we died at spawn, we ended up running down south. I think this is south. So here is our starter base. Oh, hey, sir, no, let me through the gate, thank you. So this is actually what I would consider our starter base. This is what, probably 1,000 blocks to the southeast of spawn, and this is where I stayed for the first month and a half I was in the server, and we built up and got our enchanting going here. We built this like old western trading, or what would it be, store? Yeah. I can't remember the term for the particular type of store, but yeah, I like how the little structure came out. It could use a little better detail, but I want to do a whole old western town now because of this. And I really like how this enchanting setup turned out. We have some maps over here. That's our logging forest over there for this area. And yeah, a few things. We were also here during Christmas, so we made this little Christmas area. Oh look, there's oh, it is lit, okay. But yeah, little Christmas tree with snowy area. Red sheep just to go with it. Yeah, pretty fun little Christmas build. Ended up taking over this space, but I like the fountain. Oh, this was one of my first gravel builds, or not gravel, dirt ceilings, and it's quite fun. I like it. Along with this was the very first house we built, besides digging into the cave that I just showed you that now doesn't look like the cave. But yeah, this was our first starter house, and I ended up turning it into sort of a blacksmith's house, but it definitely was where we had our first bed over here. This was our first little farm area. Farmed a lot of stuff out of this. It's been a while since we've been over here now, but yeah, I definitely used this area quite extensively. That was the next building we did, and so this one was imagined as like a sheep's, the shepherd's house. Over here we had the farmer's house, and then we had the general store. That's what I was trying to call it. And then the enchanting rig. We also had our first access to lower levels over here. See, we follow this path down here, and there's actually several spawners we found down here, and it's also where we got our first diamonds, down here at the very bottom of it. And down, 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 down. See? Takes us to the very bottom of the world. A lot of cave, actually. Makes it quite a bit easier. And we didn't do that much farming or mining down here, to be honest, but still quite extensive. Okay. Ow, ow, oh, let's not lose our levels. Oh, hey. So yeah, that's our first mine. There's some pretty cool caves in here as well. All these mountains in the seed seem to be fairly broken. So yeah, see here, here's an overview of the Christmas village. And then here's my first attempt is some little random creature. Like taking a knee. But we built him literally the day before we left. As you can tell, he hasn't aged at all because we haven't been back here more than, that's 10 minutes to get one piece. I did still want to, see, we were building paths up here. I want to someday come back and put in a nice little viewing platform up here. Yeah, there we go. That's the good view. Yeah. See? So Christmas Village. This horse right here actually needs to come home eventually, sometime soon. And so now, I had just run down here. I didn't know where I was going. Like, I had died over at spawn. I was out in these hills. And I just kept running this way, expecting I was going to die. And then I would go back to spawn and start over, but then I got quite a distance away, and I just ended up building the little house, and we moved in here. We lived here for quite a while. Never got really strong. Oh god. Throw something at my roommate real fast. Hang on. Right. It's quite funny if you go back into my shorts right now. There's the most recent short is a video of the first time I went through this gate, and I immediately got killed as soon as I went through it. It's quite funny and quite tragic. I was like, I know I shouldn't go through this gate, but let's go through it. And then I got killed. And yeah, And since we had just randomly found our way down here, we weren't sure where the mountain was, because we knew the mountain existed, like where we were living. I knew it existed on this seed when we chose it. But yeah, when I chose this, I had no idea where the mountain was. Luckily, it turns out this is our above overworld way to the mountain. If we go this way, yeah, should have a path. Yeah, here we go. See, goes up, so you come across the plains, nothing too challenging, and then up and over. You have a path cut through here, and then over here, through the forest. There's another spot, and then see, we cut down right here, and it's a little waypoint where we can set our spawn point, and then you see the ocean. In the ocean, it is straight that way to our mountain. But we also have our creeper farm right here. There's also a ocean monument right here, which is definitely going to end up being mined one of these days. Make something awesome from it. And then yes, here's our creeper farm. And this design is from Waddles, which you can find him here on YouTube if you ever felt inclined. It's been quite efficient for me, and it gets the job done. I can fly around all I ever want. The only thing I messed up was the spawn. AFK spot was supposed to be 25 above it, but that's at build limit. I can only go up like 5 above it, and it doesn't work. So yeah, that sucks. That sucks. So we ended up going out this way 25, and it seems to work fine. It may be more efficient if it was the other way, but this definitely works nicely. We've spent a lot of time AFKing there. And we also go up here sometimes if we want to watch it do its thing. See, spiders get in it, but it's alright. It's not great. Is that a zombie over there? Or is that a creeper? Let's see. If it washes out, it's a creeper. If it... I think it is a creeper, right? Yeah, that's a creeper. And see, we have our death platform down there. So yeah, it's what? Tinted glass. There's observers and dispensers. Triggers its way up and down. Pushes everything out these T's. They fall down onto the magma blocks down here. And then in the center, there is a minecart collection system. Works quite nicely. And now, so the mountain's like right here, right out of render distance. So we're going to go back into the... So here is our gate to the creeper farm, which is just off of our main nether hub room over here, and spawn is off that way. Our starter base is down that tunnel, and actually just recently, this is a fairly new addition to this area, was that it? I think that was it, wasn't it? Yes? No? Yes, okay. And this is one of our new addition areas, which isn't actually all that special, so I don't know why I'd bring you over here, but we did build something here. Here, watch. So we'll go through the gate. go to bed right away. So the village we're working on right now, I decided I wanted to do a lot of finishing touches with spruce. So we came out here and cleared ourselves a bunch of spruce, but in the middle of it I put in this like stump. I think it works. Oh gosh. Yeah, see, it's a big spruce stump. Oh. I like it. Shows the destruction we've brought to the area. We clean this whole area up. Yeah. And the globe is the marker of the kingdom, so that shows that this is a jolly, the kingdom of jolly. No, we got to come up with a better name. But so when I came out here, I just flew out to this location and in the overworld where we were just at. And I did the work I did, but I knew if I came through the gate and got up here in the ceiling, because if you go down here, you can see where the gate originally spawned in, which would be... I did not realize this was such a... So the gate originally was like right here when we spawned in, and we moved it up into the ceiling. But yeah, so I knew when I opened the gate, I would just have to dig up into the ceiling and rebuild the gate. Oh. Hello, you're from Indonesia. Well, that's pretty cool. I think I actually have a bunch of people that watch my shorts from Indonesia. June. I hate to say that, call you June, but I'm terrible with names. I'm terrible with names. So now we can go to our mountain, which is the reason we chose this seed. This area was actually a huge amount of work. If you notice, like digging all of this out this way, it's probably 200 blocks across. And then putting half slabs down across all this area, it's a lot of work. It was a lot of work. And then once again, you have access to the actual nether right there. But so here is the mountain. This is the reason we chose this seed. If you are enjoying this, definitely throw me a like and a subscribe if you could. Every little bit counts for me as a little creator. So I decorated this room. This was just a stony cavern. So we came in here and put in all of the water, which used to have axolotls. It doesn't look like they're still alive, though, are they? Oh, you guys, how do you get yourselves killed? There's like 4 of them in here. There's none now. Aw, that's so sad. Okay, so we had built this. We put in the water. We even put in the skeletons, or the... Man, why can't I remember the name for those anymore? That's just terrible. But yeah, the bones, they're all grown over. I really like how these feel. Like when you walk through them, it reminds me of something from like Avatar. It's pretty neat. From there, we have our industrial area, which I really do need to start spending some more time here because our wall of copper It's definitely not moving very quick. Put it close like that, it definitely takes forever. We have a little bit of a warped forest that we can harvest, and a crimson. No, warped forest and crimson. Crimson and warped. There we go. There is a brown dye farm, which is really super simple, not much to it. We have our basalt generator over here, which we use to build our creeper farm. It was all made out of basalt. I want to get this done sometime soon, which is going to be a automated bee farm. I want to be able to collect about half of it's going to be honey and half of it's going to be honeycomb. We have quite a bit of beehives ready for it, but we're probably only halfway, a third of the way there. We have quite a few more to do. I'm quite disappointed in this farm, actually. For as big as it is, it does not harvest a whole lot. So I think I'm going to end up actually stacking it. We're going to put another like 3 layers, maybe even 4 layers on it. So it'll just be this massive wall of sugarcane right here. This technically is a little AFK spot, but we don't really have any farms that need AFK necessarily. That could use some aging, but that's about it. With pathways that lead through the mountain, take you over to this will be our workshop we're headed to over there. It's a little art piece, or well, my interpretation of a geode is the way I keep explaining it. I really like how it turned out. Well, of course, it's my world, so I like our paths through here. That is our shop, but I want to show you our bedrock mine. This is where we've done most of our strip mining. That's where all of this deep slate we're walking on came from. And we've done a lot of work back there. We have a geode over here that we use for amethyst. It's a little baby one, but it works. There is also another giant cave here. There's giant caves above. There's just giant caves everywhere. So after quite a journey down here, there used to be all sorts of lava here, but we've been harvesting it. Here is our bedrock area. So where we get our diamonds, and we're going to decorate this up now that we've cut it out like this. It'll be something interesting eventually, and then it'll be open tunnels at the end so we can continue mining. This space here will be, oh, like in mine, we'll make it look really cool one of these days. But yeah, we've removed a lot of bedrock from here, or deep slate. Slate cobble. With the change for needing deep slate cobble, I end up carrying a fortune pickaxe with me a lot more. I did all of this bone meal. I grew all of this. There's an iron vein right here that's been super fruitful for me. Yeah, see right there. I gotta remember, I'll come harvest moss from down here next time I need it. And here is one of my favorite things. Wow, I keep saying that. I should stop saying that. One of the more useful things we've done in the server is this area. We have renewable lava going in here. We have an axolotl pin that they actually stay alive. Armor corner, one of our puppies. Need to name the puppies. Our storage area, we have a map center, food, little farm back here that needs to be replanted because it looks quite miserable. This is the enchanting table that we did most of our high level enchanting with until we got books. Now we have some of these books, so we don't use it as much, but it still has seen a lot of work. Our potion center, and then finally turn this switch off. Turn the switch off, and it is a skeleton spawner. We get spawns. Yeah, there we go. See? So we have it rigged up with the redstone light. So when we don't want it running and we're hanging out here in the base, we turn it on. Go, see? It stops the spawns. When we want it going, the switch, and now the spawns will start. It may look a little lit up in there, but it really is dark enough. It's fine. It might be able to have better light levels, but you know, these guys, where are they? Yeah, we can see them right there. These two were the first villagers I dealt with in this world. They were both zombies. I let them down here. We built a breeder. If you don't know how breeder works, see, we have beds. They can't have access to them. Oh, hang on. No, they're gonna start making babies. Yeah, oh no. Well, we gotta go back around. So that is a... Wow. Thank you. It's been a lot of work. Alright, there we go. Let's try this again. So here is our breeder. But if we close those doors, they won't breed. But yeah, so these were my first two villagers. All the villagers you're going to see came from these two. We cured them, brought them back to life. And then the thing about this one is he is our food source too. This is where we get our golden carrots from, which that's the only food I live off of. The way I am able to afford this is, now we go over here. So underneath the breeder, I have all of these hoppers, which lead to here. And so they harvest carrots, throw them to each other. I steal them down here, and then I go trade them for golden carrots, and that's my food. This guy got down here a long time ago and just never left, so we just leave him there. This is the basement to our base, and so we have a few villagers here if we need in the future. Over here we have our iron farm buried in the ground. They summon in golems when he scares them, and then when he disappears up here, it allows them to lay down, which is one of the mechanics you need for this to work. So yeah, then see, we go here. Oh, stand. See, look, he popped in. We'll go over here, fall into the lava. When he dies, his items will drop at his feet and won't get damaged by the lava. And yeah, so here's our iron farm. You can tell we've spent a lot of time in this world close to this iron farm. But I mean, this iron farm's right at our base if you have the render distance up high enough. And here is the last big level up OP thing we have, overpowered thing. This is our trading hall. It was originally just going to be enchantments, but recently we filled in a bunch of empty slots with masons that we've been trading blocks of quartz with. We needed lots of quartz for a project. But yeah, see, we have all these different enchantments. They've all been hit with zombies and cured, so they're as cheap as they can go. There's a zombie in the ground behind them. Let's see. Channeling, yeah, you can. So we pull see, he's back there and he starts hitting them and zombifies them, then we cure them. We have two, it's sort of broken in half, one zombie on that half, one zombie on this half, and this zombie we actually have stashed up here in one of the stalls. Yeah, see, he's supposed to be back in the canal back here. So watch, go back here. See, he should be back here where this guy is. Yeah. And see, so we just flip the switch and it drops down, lets us zombify him and cure him. And it's also a really good way to get a bunch of XP. That's why we have a huge amount of XP right now. We brought them in originally through this cave over here. No, we didn't. What did we dig this for? We were going to bring in our 2 villagers, but we ended up taking them into the main base up there, so that's why we never really ended up using this. Actually, when I was first trying to get villagers, I was digging like a big huge chamber underneath here that I was hoping a zombie one would spawn in and then I could use them. We ended up just going to the surface and capturing as a couple. But yeah, it's a pretty good little base. This workshop area has definitely treated me pretty good. We've gotten all our high-end equipment. See, we got everything you would want on our gear. We have a chest plate. We do need to get a little bit more netherite going for a new pickaxe, because we don't have any netherite pickaxes right now, but we got the important stuff. This sword is awesome, but I haven't been carrying it around because I do so much with villagers and like the sweeping effect on swords, even ones that don't have sweeping edge, it just gets me in trouble. So I've actually been carrying around this axe for the longest time. These are the paths we've put in. I want to put in a whole bunch more. They're supposed to fill like the big huge paths that the characters in the Lord of the Rings go on when they're in the mountains of Moria. So I want like these going all the way up to the top level, which here we'll go up to the top level. And here's the areas we've seen. We have some big dripstone caves back this way. There's a huge one that leads off that way. We haven't lit it up yet. Ow, okay. And then we were just looking where it goes down lower here. See, we can go all the way down here. And then this leads back into that same cave area we were just looking at. It hasn't been claimed from the darkness yet. Well, ow, okay. Careful. Oh, stole our rockets. But this is the chamber we actually chose the mountain for. Have our beacon in here, sort of claiming it. Let's see, we could do the tour actually. I think it's running enough. The big project we've done up here, there's going to be like a city up here. It's going to be a hell of a project. It'll be awesome, but we haven't done much in it yet. Let's see, do we have the one? Okay, well, let's see. We should have one. Where did my water go? Did I kill my water? Aw. Well, that sucks. How did I do? Oh, it's in the ground. Oh, whatever. Whatever. Let's see. We want a mine cart. We'll put this bad boy back. Actually, we'll just dump this extra stuff wherever we can put it right this second. Actually, that paper too. So the big project we have going up here so far. Oh, well, let's see if we can catch this one. Here, we gotta hit this or it's gonna get us. Ah, yeah. Okay, so here's the tour. This is outside the mountain. Mountain reaches 250 points up that way. And we re-enter the mountain. Right here, I want to have the main station right here. Then we go over this way. Oh, we need to move the wall out. And see, we have a pretty cool area there. And then we go back out and we can see the creeper farms up that way. There's the floor of the chamber. There's always axolotls out here. There's all sorts of tropical fish. And there's a creature there. Well, we obviously need to put some lighting up still. This takes us up so we can see the dripstone off in the distance. And we cut through the hillside right here. And we emerge to the last... there we go. Cool. We emerge to the last little section. Oh, no. Oh, we need the momentum. No. Okay, here. We'll just go up. We need a little bit more powered rails during this section. Come around. So I want to have this be like a Dwarfen empire. We end up ruling it like the dwarves of Moria dwell too deep and found the corruption. I want to go with that whole feeling. So this is going to be like a jeweled empire. Imagine like a high dwarf of great family. Oh, hey, we broke that. Okay. Broke another. Oh, we broke two right there. Good. See, we need a little bit more. This last little bit. That's all we truly need. Did I not pick that up just now? I don't think I did I? We missed one of the mine carts that we had. Yeah, okay. And this is the last little bit. Takes us through here, and we cut up through Dripstone Country. This little area is the only dripstone up at this height. And it takes us off the cliff here. We go, whee! And now we're back to where we started. Hey, look, there, it's right there. Cool. Oh, wait, boo. There she is. That's our roller coaster. We need to definitely finish it. It's fun, but it still needs a lot of work. This whole space is going to be pretty epic. We have lots of dark spaces up in the ceiling we're still lighting up. That's what this is. To give you an idea, we want to look at this from the outside for a second. This is the neighboring peak, which is pretty impressive on its own. Like, just massive, but we have our mountain here. That dripstone cave is inside of this cap here. This is all capped at to, 56. It's huge. The space is probably 500 blocks across. 400 blocks? I don't know. We'll do the math one of these days. You can see the beacon we were just looking at coming out of the ceiling here. One of the fun things I want to find a use for is this bad boy, which is spawned into the back of the mountain. Should be fun. Our port of entry is right here, where we showed you where we had the boat and bed over here that we rode over here, and this is where we first made contact with the mountain. Rolled in right here. He brought it some extra supplies with him. He had a little bed set up here, and we ended up cutting a path through the hillside. And see, it's right here. Oop. So this is the area where we first made entry into the mountain. Came along this hillside, made ourselves a decent path. Nothing fancy, but it takes us over here so you can see the rest of it. One of the interesting things is there's a lot of rain in this new update. So there's a lot of forest fires from all the thunderstorms. Ow. That was brutal. I'm glad yeah, see, look, that's all forest fires. But yeah, so here's our little starter house that is on the mountainside. We came here, we ended up building ourselves up. We got more diamonds because we were pretty low by the time we got here. And we spent a decent amount of time working on this space. We have a pretty crappy sheep and chicken pen back here. It's just a walled-in cave. We ate a lot of mutton and chicken that came out of here. And we also harvested a lot of hay. Wool. We also set up a spawn area, or a enchanting area here. Let's see, this is like, stay on the hill, come over here. And it did have enchanting, but we stole the rig, and that's what's at the Skelly spawner nowadays. I like this space. I want to figure out something to do with it, and while we were working with this space, we knocked through this wall here, and we ended up with this space. I don't remember putting that up. Interesting. I wonder when I did that. Huh. I really don't remember putting that up. But yeah, a pretty cool little space, right? I like it quite a bit. I want to find something to do with it. Same with this area. This little cave doesn't really lead anywhere, and this just leads around here. I like how he did the mushrooms and the beams, and it's fun. But the new projects, the new things, the big pride and joy of the server right now is the village we started off in. This is going to be the West Gate Village because it lies on, well, East Gate Village. Jeez, why am I saying West? Because we're going to come in from the east here, and then you have the village. Oh, come on. Up. Now, why we're going to call it the East Gate Village is because this is going to be the big gate that leads into the Dorfin Mountain. That'll be their kingdom, and then this will be the kingdom of, like, villagers and man. Well, no, I'm man, so villagers. And they will live in peace next door to each other. That's sort of what I'm envisioning in the lore in my head. Let's go lay down real fast before. So while we've been working over here, this has been... What are you doing in my house? You're standing on my bed, Mr. Villager. So this has been my workshop. This is a new... We have new storage going here because I really am about to grow out of the Skelly spawner workshop that I was showing you. We're going to need a bigger workshop soon, bigger storage. So we are in Eastras, East Village, the village on the eastern flanks of the mountain. This is going to be a big old inn. We're going to put in some stables on the side here. Come in and they'll have like a bar, tables. Go upstairs and there's the different rooms. This will be just a house, like a duplex house. If you look, it's split into two spaces. Yeah. Not sure what we're going to do here. We may just board it up, not actually do anything, because that's sort of what we're going to end up doing here. See, nothing inside. Still have to do a lot of decoration on these walls. The roofs are pretty much done. That's the only thing done here. I want to do this probably as a potion shop. Then you'll have a little area. You can come back here. Maybe the potions master lives on up there. How did you even spawn in here? Oh, wow. That was dangerously close. This is really lit up. I don't know how you got in here. You must have fallen in there. Interesting. I don't know. This one's going to be a store of some type, probably just a general store, feel like at least. I was envisioning this one as the mayor's house, because see, we would go over here and then there's stairs, take you upstairs to the second floor balcony and you can look out over the area. This will be a temple, obviously, sort of modeled after a Greek empire, and then that leads to the mountain. We have another house here. These are all probably going to be houses, residential spaces. This may stay the blacksmith shop, though, for sure. We have probably put 20 hours into this village over the last few days, weeks. I really like how I got all these roofs looking. Oh, here, let's land up here. Yeah, see, if we can get the walls and the rest of everything to look as I've gotten the ceilings to look, I think this space will end up being quite neat. I don't know exactly what we're going to make this a temple to, but it will be a temple. I was trying for a little bit more of a dome, but I like how it turned out. Especially once we put some details on it. It doesn't have quite all its pillars yet. We had run out of quartz when I was working on this particular. So we'll come back to it soon. Oh, hey, how'd you stay up there? Oh, okay, it's right there. Where are you, Mr. Zombie? I hear you. And we've also gotten 2 beacons, if you couldn't tell. This is the other one. We're at the first one a minute ago. I want to take this road out this way, probably at least to where that tree is right here. So I'll have a pretty well-defined path that leads quite a ways out. Oh no. Yeah, so village, Eastras, and then we have the monumental entry pillars. Let's see, side. We're gonna put in some other colors along here. This is not gonna be so uniform. It'll take you up to here, which will be carved out that big. Are you up here? Go with me, actually. And then this will lead to the chambers down below and the chambers up above, and you'll be able to see the sunrise from right here. It'll be pretty cool once we get that point. But also, see, we're going to put in a castle wall. See, it's going to go along here. It'll all be deep slate. We'll have it'll be like the castle wall all along here around the entire thing, which will be a huge project. But these are going to be huge too, and that was a pretty big project, and the inside's going to be big. We got a lot of work to do still, but I really do like how it's come along, and we've also managed to get ourselves pretty strong by now. And it's much easier to harvest a whole lot of resources when you have one of these bad boys, right? Back. There we go. Well, not as long of a stream as usual, but I wanted to take you guys on a world tour for episode 50. Can't believe that, 50 episodes in this world. It's quite a bit. Here's to another 50. We may call the next 50 season 2. I'm not sure yet. Probably like to do something a little bit different when we start calling it season 2. It's going to be in this world. It's going to continue with the same shenanigans, but we'll figure out something. Maybe we stop wearing good armor. I don't know. But once again, I am Jolly GG13 here on my solo world. We've done a lot of work here. There's a lot more to do. Come join me. I stream weeknights most of the time, and we start about 9 o'clock Mountain Time. Thank you for watching, and we'll catch you Monday night. Goodbye.